Hey, you're watching Half Sip, the Lockpicking Welder. On today's episode, I'm going to be picking and gutting this Kwikset Model 660. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but honestly, this isn't really the highest security lock made, so it should be pretty quick, I'm hoping. I'm going to be using top of the keyway tension, using this flat bar from Sparrows in 50 thousandths. And I'm going to be using this, what is this, hook 1 from Peterson's in 18 thousandths. Just get some tension going on this thing. This is my first time using this vise on camera, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, a little click on 1, big click on 2, click on 3, click on 4, click on 5, and we're open. Super high security lock right here. Yeah, so that was incredibly quick. Definitely no security pins or anything fancy in this thing. So let's take a look though. Let's get it out of here. I'll just move this over to the side a little bit. Actually, no, I'm just going to move this all the way out of the way. We'll give ourselves a little bit more room to work with here. Alright, key. Oh yeah, so here's the bitting. I mean, it's not terrible, it's not amazing, but it is what it is. Okay, let's make a little clip mover. Actually, this thing is super loose, so I'll just pull it off with my fingers. There we are. Okay, I'll give her a little turn. Grab my follower here. Almost dropped all of the key pins out. Wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing there. That's always good. Would have made for a nice video. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, pin 1, standard, surprise. Pin 2, standard. 3, standard. 4, standard. And 5, oh, what a surprise, it's also a standard pin. Nothing on the core at all. Again, not surprising. It's interesting how it's skeletonized though. That's kind of neat. I'll probably do something to this. I'll turn it into a challenge lock. I'll thread up some of that and we'll see what we can do with that. Now let's see what the Bible has to show us. I'm sure it's going to be all standard pins, but number 1, standard. Come on, spring. Here we go. Just a regular steel spring. Number 2. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Number 2 is a spool. Wow. And it's actually, it's a decent spool. Did not feel like there was any security pins in here. Number 3 is standard. Again, just a regular steel spring. Number 4, we got another spool. Wow. This thing is surprising me because it definitely didn't feel like there was anything fancy in here at all. And then number 5 is a standard pin as well, with the same spring. I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that there is definitely nothing going on in the Bible, which there definitely is not. But I may do something with that as well. This top piece can come off, and maybe I'll thread the Bible, maybe some counter milling or something. We'll have some fun with it. And that's interesting. There's like a little ridge in here I mean, that's not really going to affect anything, probably just the way that they made it. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this, if we can. Nothing fancy. 2 spools, 2 and 4, which is honestly really surprising to me, but there you have it. Kwikset Model 660. Bought it off of Amazon. It was a deadbolt that probably a lot of really unlucky people bought for their homes. I would definitely not recommend this for anything except for maybe a challenge lock. It's got a decent keyway. It's paracentric, but it's super wide. So I mean, look, I got this 50 thousandths pry bar in there with no issues, and there was actually a little wiggle room. So it's very wide, but it isn't super open. So it could be fun. I'll turn this into a challenge lock. We'll make that another video. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It was a funny one. Yeah, so thanks again for watching, and take care.